Hey y'all, welcome back to Movement Link. So, I want to talk about those moments. Usually in the context we work with, it has to do with sugar. You've just eaten a meal, it's nighttime, it's whenever, maybe you're at a party, someone's eating sugar around you, or you just have it over there. So we have a lot of tips and strategies that we use to make sure that your environment is set up to help you, and all of these things that involve pre-planning and then making sure you're set up for success. So what I want to talk about right now is the specific moments when you have that tunnel vision and your brain just doesn't work the same. Your brain sees the only solution to whatever you feel like your problems are in your life. The only solution, you get this big dopamine spike. The only solution is that piece of cake or whatever it is in front of you. What you have to do is you have to dilate your vision. So this is quite literally. So what happens is when we're in focus mode, we're literally lose the vision to the side. So what they do in therapy sessions is they actually have people recall, there we go. What's the word? How do you spell? Recall traumatic events, and as they talk through them, they have them move their eyes back and forth. So that makes you get out of this laser focus, and it makes you see your surroundings. So going for a walk, looking at a horizon, making sure your vision gets kind of spread out is very, very calming. And so then that action, the brain follows that action. It starts to bring a little bit of calmness to that memory and those things. So what we need to do is understand that when we're in a sugar attack mode, we need to get up and we need to move around and we need to get our eyes literally scanning. So this can be walking around, go for a very short walk, go brush your teeth. Something that I've kind of learned is that if I don't want myself to eat anymore, I brush my teeth because I don't want to be annoyed and have to brush my teeth again. So usually what I find is when I am sitting there and I'm laser focused on this one thing is going to solve all the problems in my life, as soon as I break from that, I don't even think about it anymore. It doesn't have the same impact on me anymore because I can see the wider picture. So main thing to keep in mind here is action always leads the brain. So even though you don't feel like this is going to work, even though you don't feel like you want to do this thing, it doesn't matter. Take the action in the direction and the brain follows that. And after a couple minutes, you're going to feel completely differently. So what we work with people on, and what I like to tell people, is that as humans, we do an extremely bad job of imagining what the future is going to be like. So when we're in these moments, we're trying to imagine what our lives are going to be like, and we do a terrible job at this. So you don't have the perspective of what it's actually going to be until you get there. So then you just have to keep falling back on action leads the brain. As soon as you teach yourself this, you become this superhero that just knows, even though I don't feel like it right now, I'm going to do this. And I know once I start doing this, I'm going to have a completely different perspective looking back at everything. So the other thing, and this helps us it helps me so much, it helps my clients a lot, is we need to pre-make decisions. So right now when you're watching this video and you are feeling strong, make the decisions about what you want yourself to do in those hard moments. So in the hard moment, you're not trying to figure out, should I eat this? Should I not eat this? All you do in the hard moment is follow through on what you, in a strong moment, decided you wanted yourself to do. So then when that willpower is low, when you're stressed out, when all you do, you have the blinders on, you just have to fall back on the person that you decided you wanted to be, and you just fall back on it. And the rule I make is I'm not allowed to change those decisions in the moment. I make the decision that I decided I wanted myself to make, and I make it consistently. And if when I'm not stressed out, when I'm rested, when I just ate, when I'm feeling good, if I want to reflect back and change my mind about if that's a decision I want myself to make or not, that's the time I think about that decision and decide which way I want myself to act. But in the moment, I take away my own ability to make choices. And it's because choices use a lot of willpower. And if our willpower is running low and we have a difficult decision to make, we don't want to have to make it. If it's already been made for us, following through is 100 times easier than making a choice. So get rid of as many choices as you can and just follow through on the person that you want to be based off of choices that you've already made when you're strong. So next time you're having the blinders on for sugar, that 15 minutes of mouth pleasure, remember back to all the negative side effects this has. It leads to depression, weight gain, lack of motivation the next day, increases or decreases insulin sensitivity, which causes all sorts of other issues. So that 15 minutes of mouth pleasure is going to have days of side effects that make it even harder to say no the next time, and it just compounds and compounds. So take a step back, walk around, get your vision literally moving around. The brain is going to follow your actions, fall back on decisions you've made and you want yourself to make, and just follow through. In the hard moments, all you got to do is follow through. Talk to y'all soon.